is such a beautiful engage tool as well. It's just whether or not you actually want to engage on this KT comp.
To me, KT had 2 trump cards in what looks to be a 10-man man fight.
In fact, the KT, you can see, are past the river in every single lane. They have the priority, they have the push advantage, and they've been able to keep Hanwha Life very honest in their positioning around the map, meaning that this can happen. Score just has his complete run of the jungle on a champion that has a lot more agency. Theoretical free agent, so if anyone wants him for their teams, you know.
I know what Score wants.
He wants Tal, and he's going to get a free body slam in there. The ultimate is going to follow as well. Flash use so that Smeb can't catch up to him with his own, but he's in enemy territory at the moment. So much damage, gets himself the passive shield, but damn! That barrel did some work as Smeb gets hit by the unstoppable onslaught.
He needs time. 2 items and a half when he has his Miramana transformation and a lost chapter on the way to Archangels can be big. Bono being evaded.
Yeah, there's the flash from Smeb as well. They want to get that cell division. Ultimate comes in from BDD. Not going to be able to get any fears, but they're just going to tidy up this kill, deliver it over to BDD, and he's going to have a much better time in the mid lane. Even Snowflower was ready.
So many free lunches in this particular game, Atlas, and all Hanwha Life can do is sit back and lose the minimum, whereas KT, they're taking everything.
They are certainly taking everything. BDD looking like he's synergizing with this roster so beautifully. Already we were seeing hints of that during the Casper Cup, but this has been not going to be going down per champion anymore. Hanwha Life start this one up. Can they do this effectively is the question, as heroic entrance is available from Smeb. They decide to engage onto Zenit, but Snowflower has himself the Devour to get him out of the way. Now Zenit's trying to get the work done. Flashes out of the way of the True Shot Barrage. Keeps himself alive as the hero's entrance comes in. And Lava is in trouble. Taken down early. Zombie Scion can't do anything. It's 2 kills so quickly in this fight. And BDD so masterfully tanking up all of that damage. And Smeb now takes up his role on the front line and will score the last kill for this fight. Most likely is Key and Sungyun have to look on players, but probably not going to have a chance to. Of course, the Unbreakable, fantastic against Gragas. Gets the flash, is going to land. It's going to save Sungyun, but Key might be in trouble. Bono finds himself in exactly the wrong position, has to kidnap his way out of the fight, which is exactly what you don't want to do. But Score snipes him with another barrel. This guy, welcome back, Score. So glad to have you on the roster.
He's just so far ahead of the play. He's playing 4D chess while everyone else is trying to play checkers in this game. Once again ahead of the play. Only Flash will save Sungyun, but it's not enough to save his support. And BDD is the first Urgot I've ever seen to consistently.
Sungyun's the one that has to deal with Shelly as she charges another turret. Double charges coming in. First turret blood going over to KT as well. I know it's not necessary to talk about it as much anymore, but there's a little bit more icing on this cake.
The KT use it for Cask every time, but obviously Cask is not the easiest thing to judge, and there is the stun now on the body slam that makes it difficult to work out the timing. It needs to be Cask. That's the ability that's the cleanest to be interrupted on there. Don't do much against Sivir if you're Braum. But right now, 40 at best on that particular variable. KT push up, TP back in by Zenit. EF Sword into Infinity Edge on the way, and 2 autos required to take down this turret. Well,
that is a teleport that is not going to work out. Good flash from Zenit there, as well as Bono kidnaps himself back, but is he actually going to
contest the Drake here? So it's 100% freebie on the Drake, because they know that he's going to be recalling. He's out of the fight for the next 15 seconds or so. They wait out the True Shot Barrage. More difficult to steal away those neutrals now after the nerf to minions and monsters. Another Mountain Drake on the menu.
It's a big button, though, and something that they'll need in these fights is he does spot BDD. BDD deciding not to do anything frisky on his own. Now Key's looking for it. We've got a choo-choo train coming into the back line. But that's the Devour to keep the Sivir alive, and now Lava is in amongst 5 members of KT, and Score successfully got rid of the other 4 by himself. Now Lava's zombie
very reliable on Sivir positioning, which is not the easiest thing to do, but that's not a great moment.
Yeah, that's a Cuss Curse right there, as the disdain has to be used here from BDD, and he's the one paying for Zenit's misfortune here as Lava takes a lot of damage. All the buttons have been pressed, but KT still looking good. The Ignite is down onto Zenit. Oh my goodness, Snowflower held on to the Devour for so long, and Hanwha Life still unable to do it. BDD finally goes down, and the Zombie Scion also is Tal. That was an one, keeping Bono alive there, but looked interesting. The slowdown going to come in now as Score trying to get away, and Sungyun has to be respected. The cheeky auto is going to make sure that Key pays for the stand behind me that he did not want to commit to.
Stop the Drake, but KT with 3 members might repel them anyway.
Yep. Not actually going to lose that much from this Hanwha, but their health bar is certainly not there, and that means 3 Mountain Drakes now belong to KT.
TP available for BDD. There was a deep TP ward on the
best
blue.
resources to try and get over here, as On the Hunt is going to be used just to rotate and get the Sivir over to the Baron and start DPSing it down. Bono going to potentially be able to get in position, but this Baron's going down so fast. 3 Mountain Drakes smashed that one down, and now Smeb able to get a lot of damage onto Key and Lava. Zenit trying to find himself as Bono, just not picking the right fight right here. Humwa Life wander away. They don't have their blob. Flubber no longer able to help them out, and they'll definitely lose this inner turret. KT on the warpath.
Seems like the communication on Humwa Life is really a big problem. They were too slow on the Baron check, and then Bono goes in when none of his team was indicating they wanted to join, and too late. Misjudged the scenario, and there was poor comms there. KT walk up, they've got the Baron, they've got everything. They want the first inhibitor. With the minion wave dying, it's going to take a little bit of time with BDD split pushing up top.
Yeah, BDD going to be able to take this inner turret very easily, and now as the next minion wave moves in, this inhibitor turret should be finished. Smeb charging up the taunt once again. He's going to get Lava, but he's relatively tanky. They take down the inhibitor turret.
Is the head and putting down smart vision for the rest of your carries to be able to put out the damage that KT were able to. So it's not a normally discussed statistic, but I feel like in this particular game, it's indicative of what we've seen in Score versus Bond.
And also was something that Score always fell behind on because Marta was in the game, right? And that guy was the god of wards. And Snowflower not putting as many down, but Score picking up that mantle beautifully, especially with the amount that he's killed. Racking up that score so high. Another taunt on the bottom side of the map as Lava actually taking some relevant damage from Smeb. Now that Void Staff has been picked up, Inhibitor going to fall down in the mid lane. As Humwa Life Esports look like they don't have any idea what to do at this point in time. Flash, and now Hero's entrance does come in, but the GA's being popped, and Zenit has to flash to get out of the way. Bono will pay the price once again. Cell Division going to be in there. No teleports invested this time. Sorry, buddy. You are just dead. And the second inhibitor will go down. 1 remaining, and it doesn't have a turret.
Definitely seeing the sum of the gold lead here for KT. It's difficult to siege with this comp, but when you're 10,000 gold ahead, you can make small mistakes and still win the game.
Yeah, one of those games where you're smacking him with your wallet. Papa Smithy is disdain from BDD to bring himself into the fight underneath these turrets, but they look like they're made out of paper mache this game because they are going down so extraordinarily fast. BDD not even going to have that GA popped as it gets devoured by Snowflower. They're just having fun now as we move to the end of game number 1 and a dominant KT roster victory. Songyun a big health bar and a lot of items, but there's only one more turret here, and the flash in from BDD as he wants to get that fear doesn't. As now Songyun and Key have to look on as their Nexus explodes.
Definitely a game of 2 halves, Atlas. The finesse of KT in the early game to the brute force with the blunt force trauma onto Humwa Life in the late game. 37 minutes, one of our longer games so far in LCK Spring 2019, but it felt like there was only one horse in the race, and that horse was our reigning champions, KT Rolster.
Yeah.